This week on King Price Xtreme TV, we focus in on one of the stars of the future.
My name is Jayden Els. I'm 14 years old.
I'm Jayden's father. I'm also half the sponsor and his mechanic. So Jayden's been racing for 8 years now.
Well, racing's always been in my blood. I started racing when I was 7 years old.
So motorsport runs in our family. I've also come from a motorsport background where my father used to rally and I used to navigate for him and help him work on his cars.
Like father, like son, Jayden has a set path with the racing world, and with guidance from Dad John and King Price, he should go far.
So yeah, obviously we've got a long-term goal with him, and hopefully to become a works driver one day. The foundation has to be right. I mean, being in rallying for so long, we've seen when the Leroy Poulters and the Mark Reniers joined the scene. They had karting experience from a young age, and they just raised the bar basically with rally and off-road. So I think it's the best learning school. This is our last year of karting, and next year we'll be hopefully in Polo Cup.
Well, our plan so far is obviously to do Polo Cup, go into the bigger cars, or maybe do rally. That's my dream, is to do the Dakar, compete in the Dakar, and also to do main circuit. So that's our plans for next year.
Qualifying straight away showed that Jayden was up to speed.
No, I think Jayden was really strong in all the sessions. So we qualified third, which was only 2/10 off pole position. And really looking forward to today. And obviously last night it poured down with rain.
Yeah, you know, we practiced for 2 days to get the perfect dry setup, and then on race day it's wet. So now you go back to the basics to get the kart set up for the wet.
Well, the conditions is tricky. Can't do anything about that. That's how it is. But the racing, that's from my side, which I must get right. And the kart setup, obviously.
So yeah, this weekend, Friday was the first time for him out in a Senior Max kart. I think he's the youngest here today, and he's actually been doing very well. I mean, it's a wet race, so we didn't have a wet setup or anything.
Jayden was on point for both the opening races of the day. A cool head was needed in these torrential conditions, and the youngest driver showed maturity way beyond his years. All this in torrential conditions.
We got lucky, my chain almost fell off. I just made it. I'm lucky I didn't hit the curb. But otherwise, the race went well. The rain came down while I was racing, but my pace just stayed the same, so I'm happy. My plan is to obviously get to the front and try to get at least P3 this race.
Race 3 of the day was no doubt exhausting for the youngest and inexperienced Jayden Els. But once again, it was a rock-solid 4th place, giving him 4 for 4 for 4. Not a bad start to his senior campaign.
Yeah, we're quite happy with the outcome. I mean, it was a tough day. Like I said before, we practiced for 2 days getting a perfect dry setup, and then today it rained the whole day. So after every race we were changing lots of things on the car to try and get it to handle better. But I mean, he raced in the wet, especially the experience with the older guys counts a lot, and he actually did well to have 3 4th places for the day. So I'm very happy and very proud of him.
It was tricky conditions out there, especially for the practice. It was hot all the other days, and now today it's raining. So like my dad said, it's different setup and everything, but it was all experienced drivers, so I'm also happy with my outcome.
And with more experience than the entire grid combined, it's good to have a champ like Leroy Poulter in your corner.
No, look, I mean, I've been through it as a youngster, got into the sport, and I think I'd like to grow the youngsters into something that I've done. I've obviously done off-road and Dakar, and I've gone quite far in the racing and won, many championships, and I'd like to do the same thing for them. This team is to bring, as you say, young guys, and then the next step is either into circuit racing or into off-road.
We'll be joining Jayden for 2019 as he rolls around the country racing karts and preparing for the big step up into polos and main circuit.